APC trembling over Atiku Obi meeting. Ex-PDP scribe Ologbodiyan speaks. We know that since Atiku and Peter Obi have been meeting, there has been unrest in APC. We know that. But just that between the meeting they're having, people are asking a lot of questions. One is if they eventually merge like they're trying to do, who will be the president and who will be the vice? Who will step down for each other? That is a big question to be answered, and up to now has not been answered. And both of them are claiming to still be independent on their own, but we know that there are plans to see how they can wrestle power from APC come 2027. And we know, and even some APC guys have come out to say that PDP, Atiku and Peter Obi, they have internal party crises they're not able to settle. That the people that cannot settle their internal crisis in their own party, how can they lead Nigeria? We should not entrust power into their hands. That is what some APC guys are saying. But Ologbodiyan here is coming out to say that the meeting between Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar is already causing unrest and trembling in APC. But let's get into the details to see more of what he's trying to say. Former National Publicity Secretary of the People Democratic Party, Kola Ologbodiyan, has thrown jibes at the ruling All Progressive Congress APC over his concerns on the meeting between presidential candidate of the People Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and that of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. So following the meeting in Abuja last week, amidst rumors of possible coalition between Atiku and Obi, the APC, in a statement by East National Publicity Secretary Felix Moka, described Atiku and Obi as men united by their mutual desperation to be president of Nigeria and ignoble disdain for President Bola Tinubu's focus on extraordinary commitment to the transformation of our nation. English. Moka added that the duo of Atiku and Obi were restlessly drifting the search of convenient party platforms to execute their presidential run in a bid to achieve their aspirations of self-indulgence. So the APC spokesperson further dismissed the possibility of Obi returning to PDP as hardly surprising, given his reputation as a political wayfarer. Can you imagine? While also saying Atiku joining the Labour Party would be no shock, given his track record as a veteran political wanderer. Can you imagine this one? However, in a post on his X handle on Tuesday, Ologbodiyan threw jabs at the ruling party, saying the meeting between Atiku and Obi has put the APC in a panic mood. I just can't stop laughing at the theatrics of these AP sites, and he wrote. So in one breath, they will tell Nigerians that elections are over, and those who are being elected should be allowed to govern, as if any Nigerian has the strength to stop them if they have any form of capacity for the needful. So on the flip, they are sweating that Atiku and Peter Obi met in Abuja, a situation that has shoved, them down to a frenzy in the media space. So it speaks volumes that the same persons who should be raising issues of governance are the ones now politicking just because Atiku and Peter Obi met. Isn't this a case of the guilty running even when no one is pursuing? So that is exactly what is happening here. So it is obvious that the meeting they had is causing unrest in APC. Of course, the game continues. Nobody rests. No, there's no rest until they wrest the power. That is it. Nigerians are already tired of APC, frankly speaking. I don't know what else that can be done to take power from APC. Since APC entered in 2015, Nigeria has never been the same up till now. So I know that after Peter Obi and Atiku met, APC started bringing in a lot of propaganda. Obi said some opposition party members have paid, what did he call them, vagabonds, lunatics rather. They paid lunatics to do media propaganda for them. So since Peter Obi and Atiku met, there have been propaganda coming out in streams from the APC side of it. They say they are too desperate, we cannot entrust power into their hand. They say they have internal party crisis, they're not able to settle. How can they settle Nigeria? So, and all of those things are propaganda to make people, or to discourage people from following Atiku or Obi. Now we're living in an era of political propaganda as a tool for governance. And that is what is happening in Nigeria today. Quite unfortunate that, our politicians, the people in power, are never constructive. They don't do issue-based party or issue-based discussion. They go ahead for character assassination and insulting everybody. And that is actually very bad for them, I must say the truth. So with what we are seeing now, okay, Olugbodiyan has thrown this jab on them. I don't know what they're going to say. And they say it's just like they trembled before and during 2023 election. They trembled, if not that they used Mahmoud Yakubu, who went and did all that he did at the INEC level just to make Tinubu the winner. Tinubu wouldn't have won that election. He never won that election. But because of bribery and corruption, they have settled themselves, bought over the security agencies, bought over the INEC, bought over the judiciary, and bought over some opposition party members. They started surrendering their ambitions and aspirations to that of Tinubu. So those were the factors. And then they used political violence, because almost all the APC states, there were a lot of violence. A good example is Lagos State. It was something else. So, and I know in the midst of violence, a lot of people will not vote. But generally, they can't say that Atiku Obi meeting is useless, because you never can tell what they're saying. Those guys are cunning their own way too. Even though we're still questioning them whether who will be the president and who will be the vice, who will step down for who, they have not answered our question. They are still playing to the gallery by being, unique and independent in their various parties. But we know that if they have opportunity of taking power, they will. But how are they going to agree on that? What will be the terms of agreement between both of them before they can go into any form of merger? All right, but generally, Olugbodiyan, being a PDP person here, is returning jab to APC, which is 1-1, because already Felix Moka has spoken that he will not be surprised if Peter Obi moves to PDP because he's a wayfarer. Then he will not be surprised if Atiku goes to Labour Party because he's a political wanderer. Those are the kind of words that Felix Moka used, which Kola Olugbodiyan has, giving him back on that as well. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. That is what is transpiring between PDP and APC.